That was disgusting.
Bad bitch don't care about a feeling.
Hey, what's up, home skillets? What's up, home skillets? Welcome back to my life and my channel. Today we gonna talk about some. So today, in all seriousness, we are going to be talking about my experience with Lmodelz. Yay. So I had a 3-year contract with them, but I ended up breaking it off after 2 years. Let me tell you why. So when I first found out about Lmodelz, I was just looking up modeling companies because that's one of my dreams, is to be a model. My other dream is to be an actress. I am in Indianapolis, Indiana, I guess, whichever one. Either way, I'm in Indy. And so there's not many opportunities that come around because we're not really like a big state or like a big city. You feel me? So I was just looking up modeling agencies and things like that, and Lmodelz was one of the first ones that came up. Now my mom always told me, like, make sure you do your research before you just up and go, because I'm the type of person like, oh, I see something, I want it right now, you know. So I made sure I did do my research before I went to her about it. And eventually I did. I was like, Mom, like, I found this Lmodelz agency and I really like it. The ratings were kind of low at the time. I think it was like 2 stars. I'm not sure. But I was like, Mom, I found it. I did my research. I look at their website. Like, I want to apply. Okay. And then she looked at the actual reviews, and we always look at the negative review. We do not pay attention to the positive reviews. Okay. So she was looking at the negative reviews, and she was just like, I don't think you should do it. I think you should just keep looking. And I'm just like, no, Mom, like, you have to start somewhere. I want to do it. Let me do it. Like, I'll drive myself. It's downtown. Like, it's not that bad. And so she was just like, okay, this is all on you. So eventually I applied for it. That's when you had to send in like a headshot and then like a full body shot where you stand straight and then sideways, and then you can do like a little simple pose. Mind you, this was like my first time signing up for an actual agency. I hadn't had any prior experience. I was really just the type of person, like, somebody take my picture and I just, you know. So I sent the email to like submit my application. I don't really remember the exact word, but you submit your application with your pictures and everything, your measurements, all of that. And she got back with me and was just like, hey, we're doing an open call on this day. She, as in Leslie, she's like the mother agent of Lmodelz. So she was just like, hey, I want you on, we're doing an open call on this day, yada yada. So I went to the open call, and it was me and like 4 or 5 other girls. And what Leslie did was ask us to just walk for her, ask us to tell us about ourselves and why we signed up, how we heard about Lmodelz, all of that. While doing my research, I did realize that a few girls that I went to school with at the time were a part of Lmodelz too. So I was just like, hey, like, if they can get in, I can get in, you know? Even though they're freaking gorgeous, okay? And then there's me, like, hey. So I went there, told her about myself, like, you know, I'm outgoing, I just love taking pictures, I want to be a model and actress. It's just always been my dream. Like my 2 main dreams. Like, if it was nothing, it had to be modeling and acting. I don't care what it was. So we did that, and then she was just like, I'll send you an email if I feel you're fit for, you know, the company or the agency. So it was about like a week, a little more than a week, if not 2 weeks. I can't really remember. got an email, and then she was just like, I would like for you to come in for boot camp. And boot camp, and she did explain at the open call, like, it's going to be an investment starting out as a model, which is understandable. In my opinion, my shirt's backwards. Are you serious? I had to fix my shirt, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, she did. In my opinion, I feel like whenever you start off with something, you're always going to have to put a lot of money into it. No questions asked, because it's like you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. Nothing's free. So you're always going to have to make an investment. So understandable to me. And at least she warned us, like, hey, if you think about it, you're going to come out of pocket on some money, okay? You need your coins, okay? So she told us about the boot camp. Basically, it's like a weekend thing where she can get a feel of our mod, because it's also a talent agency too, and that's what I was signed under, is talent. So she got a feel of our acting, our modeling, how we are in front of the camera, how we are with improv. Like, she literally hired, or I don't want to say hired, but she had an acting coach sent in to give us our acting feel. And when I tell you, I enjoyed it so much, because that was the first time I actually interacted with an actual acting coach besides from school, like the theater teacher or whatever. Like, so I was majorly excited. He offered to do classes online, like acting and coaching classes online and everything. But at the time, money was very tight. So I didn't have the extra money to do that, on top of paying for like the stuff to do with Lmodelz and everything, you know. But I did the boot camp. She says she'll give us an email if she likes us and wants us to be signed. I think one or two of the girls, if I'm not mistaken, were already signed. They just went ahead and did the boot camp anyway, which good for them. Like, I wish that could have been me, but I didn't have any modeling experience. My pictures. But yeah, and also at the time, like, my dad was talking to me about either going back to school or going to the Air Force. So at the time, like, I did not want to go back to school, but my dad is big on education. But I still to this day don't want to go back to school unless they offer American Sign Language online only, where I don't have to go to campus. But they don't right now. So, you know, whatever. So I was leaning towards the Air Force, kind of because I kind of felt pressured and I kind of just wanted my dad off my back. Love you, Dad. Sorry. But yeah, so I mentioned that in boot camp, but then I thought about it and was just like, this is my life and my choices, my decision. So let me not do the Air Force, because it's not something I actually want to do. It's something I want to do for my dad to be happy, not for me, because I know I wouldn't have been happy. So I emailed Leslie and was just like, hey, Leslie, like, I know I talked about the Air Force during boot camp, but I decided I'm not going to do that. And then she was just like, yeah, I understand, because I was just thinking, like, when you were saying the Air Force, it's like, why would you want to do modeling if you're going to go to the Air Force? Which makes sense, but like, dang, like, I was doing it for my dad, not for me. But she didn't understand that, which is totally understandable. But basically, she told me that my modeling wasn't so great, but my acting was phenomenal. And she knows that she could get me better at modeling. And so she really wants me to sign. And I'm just like, wow, wow, bow, chicka, wow, wow. And so, of course, we start off with this thing that we call test shoots, which is basically free photo shoots to help get you more comfortable with the modeling things and stuff, like patient photographers, things like that, which is cool with me because, like, I need the practice anyway. My first test shoot, I was hella nervous. I didn't have anybody with me. Usually my mom comes with me, but we can't invite extra people to our photo shoots, which is understandable because, like, why? Like, you're grown. But I'm just the type of person, like, I have to have someone with me for first time things. I rather experience my first time experience, like, have my first time experiences with someone. So my best friend couldn't come because, you know, she has kids and whatnot. My mom couldn't come because I think she had to work or something. And plus Leslie was like, no extra people. You're grown. And I'm just like, okay. And I forgot to leave this out, but also Leslie was just like, I forgot to leave this out. I forgot to put this in. Leslie was just like, you need to get more comfortable. And this is with everyone. You need to get more comfortable with your natural self, natural hair, all of that. I am very, 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 very insecure about my hair, okay? I never liked my natural hair because my shrinkage is freaking terrible. I have 4C hair and it's not the length that I want it to be. Still to this, like, it has grown a lot. Like, I'm proud of my hair. Like, yes to the growth. But, because I used to I used to be so bald. But, now it's just like, I can wear it out in public, but I still don't, I'm not satisfied with it still. Like, you know, when she told us that we have to go to photo shoots with our natural hair and stuff, I'm just like, I have to be in public with this. Like, and I don't have a beautician. My mom's not good at hair because I always have weave. I'm just now starting to get into wigs, as you can see, but I'm always having braids, and my friend is always doing like hair for me. My friend Naya, shout out to Naya, love you. She's a major part of the reason why my hair is growing. Her and Jasmine, because they both actually know about hair. So yeah, love them both. Love you guys. But yeah, so with them not being able to come with me, it's just like, I don't know what to do with my hair. And also with my style at the time, like, I had to change my style up majorly. And so I would go shopping. You can ask Naya all the time because I would always ask her to go shopping with me because I needed to shop for heels, because I need to learn how to walk in heels. I needed to learn how to stand in long periods of time in heels. I just needed to upgrade my style. Because according to Leslie, she said I needed to, I don't know if she said dress more Indiana-ish or less Indiana-ish, but I still have the DMs of her saying that. I'll probably insert it right here. But yeah, she was just like, basically my style is not, it's not up to her expectation when it comes to photo shoots, because when we have an upcoming photo shoot, whether it's a test shoot or actual photo shoot, she has to okay our outfits. So we have to find a day that we bring like 3 or 4 outfits, and she has to look through all of them so she can tell you yes, no, whatever. So many times she told me no on my outfits, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm just thinking like, do you know how much money I just spent on these outfits just for you to tell me no? Like, what am I supposed to do, Leslie? Tell me. And then on top of that, you have my hair. Like, I would try different things to make my hair look more natural, more full, because, like, remind you, I don't do hair. I was freaking bald. There's not much I could do with the style. So Leslie was just like, you need to get a beautician. Leslie, I love you, but are you going to pay my beautician? Leslie has the same type of hair that I have, short 4C hair. And so she says, I never seen her actual hair except for like one time on her Instagram story, okay? And she got the nerve to tell me to get a beautician. I'm highly sure she knows how much a beautician costs. I'm highly sure she knows how often you have to go to a beautician. I'm already spending hundreds of dollars trying to upgrade my wardrobe for you. That's obviously still not good enough. And now you're telling me I have to spend more money on a freaking beautician after I find one first, because I'm very tender-headed. My hair is very sensitive because I have virgin hair. I never had a perm, none of that, because I always had in braids or some type of style. And you want me to find a beautician? Pay. Girl, what did you just say? Spend more time out of my day to find a beautician that probably won't meet my satisfactions or yours. Like, Leslie, why though? Why? So it just got very frustrating at times. And then She would send out emails if like a request comes in like, hey, we need models for this, or we need actors for this, or extras for this. She'll send out emails saying, hey, if you're between this age and you're available on this day, then you should come let me know so I can submit your request and let them know that you'll be coming. Or they'll just have castings for like different local shows. They'll just have castings for, and then she'll just send us the date and the time of the casting and just let her know if we're available to go or not, because either she'll just submit our request or she'll just let the person know that we're coming, and then when we get there we'll sign in or whatever. Okay, I kid you not, at least to me, this is my experience. Okay, to me, I feel like it was the same people that got casted or chosen every time. Okay, which probably makes sense because, like, you know, they have more experience or they're better at modeling than we are, whatever. But the same exact people every single time? Really? And it's crazy because my first casting, I did terrible because I could not walk in the heels that I wore. So like when when the person had us walk, I was looking like I felt my feet like literally doing this, and in my head I'm just like, I'm effed. And the lady, it was 4 people and it was 1 lady and 3 guys, and the lady was right in front of me, so I was staring right at her to like make eye contact to let her know I was confident at the time, even though I know I wasn't. But she was looking at me like what? Oh, why did you think this is okay? That's how she was looking at me, and I'm just like, I could die now. Okay. But yeah, but I was a part of Indiana Fashion Week. I think it was the first Indiana Fashion Week, if I'm not mistaken. It was pretty dope. My boyfriend at the time came. I was working at a call center at the time, and I invited my co-worker friends, I guess you can say. I don't want anybody getting offended. So, you know, friends of mine that happened to be co-workers, I invited them to come. They didn't end up coming, literally. It was just my household and my boyfriend at the time that were able to come. My best friend couldn't come because nobody to watch her kids. Understandable. So it was pretty fun. It was stressful at first because the outfit that I had at first, it was like a little top thing that they like, it was like a little scarf thing that they like tied around my boobs. And when we were rehearsing, everybody just seen my nipples. End of story. And I FaceTimed my boyfriend like so many times because I was just stressing, but then again I was nervous, but I was just like, babe, like my nipple came out. And he started laughing, and he was just like, are you? I'm like, yeah, like my nipple came out. Like I didn't have a top to wear, and it's like my nipple, like my nipple came out. Cause I had a skirt, but they didn't have a top. I don't know if they had a top to match. If it was like they didn't have a top to match, or if it didn't fit me, so they had to make that. And I was just like, my nipple came out. Like everybody's seen my freaking nipple, and nobody said anything. I just so happened to look down after I was finished, and my nipple was just saying hey to the world. So we ended up finding a shirt for me. It was pretty dope. And I was, for the actual showcase, if I can talk, for the actual showcase, I was a mannequin, chosen as a mannequin. So what a mannequin is basically is where as people come in, you stand and you pose, people take pictures of you, with you, whatever. So that's what that was. It was pretty fun. It was kind of tiring, just kind of standing up there, just kind of, you know, because eventually you run out of poses. But it was, overall, it was fun. It was just tiring because, like, you know, the heel situation. And then if you have to pee, it's like the outfits some people had on, like, how do you pee in that? But I had so much fun. We still got to walk. We were the first ones to walk, I think. Funny story. Literally we were our group at least, we were supposed to walk slow. Okay, we were supposed to take our time, go with the flow of the music, whatever. Then you have me, literally just, that's literally all that you've seen. And then I did my little pose at the end and then I turned back around. I kid you not, it was literally because of the nerves. Because I was just so nervous because that was the first, probably the only time that I actually had an actual showcase. So, because after I was done, everybody was in the back was just like, you're finished already? You're supposed to walk slow. And I was just like, oh no. And I didn't realize that until after I was already walking back. Like, I walked so freaking fast. Like, I'm sorry, okay, I'm sorry. Like, but you know, it is what it is. There's a first time for everything. Like I said before, overall, I had so much freaking fun. Like, it was litty titty, okay? But yeah, then after that, like, I was just going through so much mentally. There was a lot going on in my life, and I was going through stuff mentally, spiritually. Like, I just wanted to get myself together. And it was to the point where I wasn't responding to Leslie's emails. So Leslie ended up reaching out to me and was just like, I hope everything's okay, yada, yada. I was trying to move to a different state. I had a lot of, oh, excuse me. Ugh. I had a lot of family drama. Like, it was literally a lot. I was working 2 jobs. I was literally exhausted all the time. Like, I did not have time to go to any of the castings because I was never available. So it was just like, what's the point? And I was over everybody, like the same people getting chosen. I was over going to castings knowing that I wasn't going to get chosen no matter how confident I was. And then with the stuff I was going through, I didn't think that I was good enough for anything anyway. Like, I was suicidal again. It's a pretty hard time. Leslie knew, because I told her, like, I was going through a lot, trying to move, have 2 jobs, yada yada. And then she was just like, okay, well, I won't send you any more requests unless it's like stuff that you don't have to come out of pocket for. And I was just like, okay, whatever. Even though I asked her, like, can I be released from my contract because I can't do this right now. But we just came to that agreement because, you know, whatever. Like, so she would send me emails every now and again, and I once again wasn't able to really respond to her emails because, like, I was just going through so much. And I gave her another update, like, hey Leslie, I'm going through this, I'm trying to do this, I'm working 2 jobs, I'm doing this, I'm trying to fix this. And eventually she was just like, do you want me to release you from your contract? And I was just like, yes. Like, in my head, I was thinking, like, that's what I asked last time, if you would have done this last time. But, you know, I am so grateful for everything Leslie has taught me, done for me, showed me. Like, she has opened the door to my modeling dream. I have learned so much from her. It was great. Like, it was a good time sometimes. She was frustrating sometimes. It's always love though, Leslie's always love. But that was just my experience with Lmodelz. You guys, I lied. Oh my God. I lied when I said that was probably the first and only showcase I have been. I totally forgot about Chicago. So we had this showcase in Chicago. That was the best showcase of my life because I actually showed my acting side, and I didn't really get to like do any modeling because we got to choose what we wanted to do. So basically all the talents of Lmodelz got to do the showcase. Of course, you had to pay for it, but you go to Chicago, and a bunch of agents from like different agencies like around the world, from like IMG models, it was just different agencies, like modeling agents, acting agencies, dance, singing. It was just for talent. all these agencies come out, and basically what you do is you choose what you want to do, and you get 2. I think, no. You do at least 1, but I think you can do up to like all 4 or 5 or however many there were. I think it was like dancing, singing, acting, modeling. There was another thing, but I forgot, but whatever. Basically anything talented. Oh my gosh. I had so much fun. I think I did a cold read, and then I did a monologue. And that was the first time, because usually I'm like a comedy person because I'm naturally funny. So doing comedy monologues or just funny monologues and skits and stuff is better for me because I'm more comfortable. I wanted to choose that time to get out of my comfort zone, because I know Leslie was talking about we need to get out of our comfort zone and start doing things that we're not used to doing, which is fine. Like, let's try it. So I did the monologue from Cyberbully, where she was about to, was it when she was about to kill herself? Yeah, where she went live and she was about to kill herself because she was being bullied. If you haven't seen that movie Cyberbully with Emily Osment, you need to go watch it right now. It's pretty deep. But I chose that because like I just wanted to be, once again, I was going through a lot at the time, so like it was easy for me to get in that zone. And it also would have taught me a lot. It would have taught me how to cry on cue, which when I was practicing, I did cry on cue. But as soon as I got on stage, it's like the tears just stopped. But I feel like I did good, but I could have done better. You know, like I said, there's a first time for everything. I was just glad I was able to try it. But I spoke with, and then it's like on the last day you speak with the agencies, like you have that one-on-one talk with them. And that's the yeah, you have that one-on-one talk with them, and then they get to choose like if they want, it was like a callback or whatever, and like if they want you to like speak with their team or try to be signed with them, you'll get their information, blah blah blah. So I talked to specifically 2 agencies. They were both modeling agencies though, which kind of upsetted me. One was a modeling and acting, and one was just strictly model, which kind of upsetted me because it's just like I did both acting. Like I did a cold read and I did a monologue, so why do you want me to model? But you know, I was very grateful. I planned a trip to New York because they were both stationed in New York. I went with my friend Naya. We went there, it was cold as shiz, nuggetsicles, but that's okay. We still made the best time out of it. It's like, it was fun at the time, but like looking back at it, like we could have done better. I honestly think it's because the trip was rushed, because I was just like, hey, like I want to go see them right now. So, you know, whatever. So we got there, I got the addresses, and we did not find either place. So it was kind of disappointing because it's just like we took an Uber all the way out here just for us to not find the place. Not to mention, like, because when you go to castings and stuff, you have to wear all black. You have to wear all black pants, black heels, fitted. Like everything has to be fitted. It has to be a fitted t-shirt. They prefer tank tops because like they can see all of this and what they're working with there. So I was freezing, okay? In some heels. This was in January. In some heels, man. We didn't find either place, so it was kind of upsetting, but you know, we still had fun while we were there. I never been to New York, so that was pretty cool. I don't think my mom, did I tell my mom that we didn't find the places? I don't know, but yeah, Mom, if you're watching this, we didn't find the freaking places. So it was kind of disappointing, but you know, like I said multiple times in this video, there's a first time for everything. That showcase was probably still like one of the best showcases I probably ever have been in and probably ever will. I kind of want to do more acting stuff, like go to acting classes and everything, but like I said at the beginning of the video, with me being in Indiana, there's not really many opportunities that come around. I'm like 2 hours away from Chicago, so I've honestly been thinking about like looking at acting classes or just acting gigs out there, but who knows. Also, like, that's why I have really been, sorry, I got a text, really been promoting like my acting TikToks, because in a way it's getting my acting out there and it's practicing my facials, my body stuff, basically. I can't think of the freaking word, but though you can't hear me, it's just helped me practice a lot. If you guys know any acting or modeling agencies besides Lmodelz, that'll be great too, you know. That is it with, like, I think I mainly told stories in my experience. Well, whatever. Either way, that's the end of this video. That was my experience at Lmodelz. I cannot speak for the other ex-models that were with them or anything like that. This was just my personal experience and why I left, and how I felt Leslie came off towards me. My first timers, because there was a lot of first timers in there. I try to keep it as short as I can, but I do want to thank you guys for watching my home skillets. Please come back, because, you know, I don't do this for nothing, okay?